briefly talk about how to do app layout with Flet. As you can see, here's my script. You can go online and download to try it yourself. Let me Alt-T. Usually in your text editor, you can activate your environment first. Since my virtual environment is D drive ST, so simply scripts activate, then go back to the folder that holds your script. In this case, inside my USB key, there's a file Flet to it. As you can see, once activate the virtual environment, get back to the directory, which is G drive, then type the keyword flet / followed by your file name, which is flettut.py. This file name may be different. Enter and then it will open the app automatically. In this case, I only have two text fields, element1 and element2, that you can see it here. You can find it under create elements. First of all, in the script, these are all the libraries we need. They are Python packages. You need to import them before you code. Let's say from Flet, import asterisk. That means everything such as these text fields, elevate button, something like that. Then there it comes, the main function. Inside it, the parameter is page. This page is one of the Flet objects. If you import Flet as ft like this, then you need to type ft.page. I don't want to repeat ft.page, ft.textfield and so on. So here we import all the elements. There are three major parts in this simple template. First, the basic settings. That is this app window's size. Intuitively, as you can see, width is 108 times 6. The height is 135 times 6. Let's make it smaller. Multiply all sides by 3. Save it. Here you see it gets really small. Revert and save. Here you see element 1 and element 2. For element 1, rename it as enter text. Save it. And you should see element 1 enter text. Here the label, you can refer to the documentation. There is the elementary and elevate button, but it's not shown on the page. Because to display the element, I have to add the element in page.add. Here you see a container object, right? Indeed, I can add, let's say, a border, border.all. That means borders on all sides. For width, let's put 5. The border color is red. Remember to put in the comma. The container here wraps around this one. This container is created to wrap around element 1 and element 2 within a column. Inside the column, elements stack on top, just like element 1 and 2 here. Alright, save it. Now nothing is shown. Why? Because there's no padding. So when I add padding equals 20, then the elements should be pushed inside. Save it. See, it's squished in a bit. Let's try padding 50. It's now pushed even further. But there's a problem. When I try to push the element like I did above, it doesn't work. I suggest that wrap the element with a container. Remember to set the content to your element. Save it, and you should see the border outside is now visible. Let's say add the background color blue, comma, then I should see a blue container. Let's say for element 1, I want a red background. Save it, and element 1 is now red. I don't want a red background. Usually I won't set background color. Okay, let's say place the element 3 to the right hand side of element 2 within the same row. So the column's first item is element 1, right? The second item is element 2. Let's say comma wrap around the element 3 within a container. Content equals element 3. Then you should see a button here, right? But I want this button to be on the right hand side of element 2. So simply create a container, insert the second row where contents equal row. Set the row controls to be equal to a square, which stands for a list. This list has element 2 on the left and element 3 on the right. Save. You should see it on the right. Here you can tweak the expand. Let's say expand equals 1. Save it. Then the button should occupy 2/3 of the row, right? See element 3? When element 2's expand equals 1 and element 3's expand equals 2, their total should be 1 column wide, 2 and 3 column wide. Here, element 2 only takes up 1 column. That's why it's so short. Here, element 3 occupies more space, right? I want element 2 to be longer, so I make expand equals 8. That's it for today.